Today we will be making 닭도리탕. My mom made it for me all the time. It reminds me of home. And while I cook this meal, I will be answering questions from the Growing Up Asian American tag. Let's get to it. I washed the chicken. It's just set on the side for now. I'm gonna answer the first question. Which ethnicity are you? So I am South Korean and I grew up in Korea, and I came to America when I was 2. Which generation are you? My parents came to America as adults, so I would say first gen. What is the first experience of when you felt different? And for me, that was when I was at a school field trip. My mom was up so early in the morning to make me kimbap. Kimbap has so many ingredients and a lot of work that goes into it. I remember some of my classmates saying, ew, what is that? It looks like a bug, because to them it's just black tubes. So I remember just feeling really embarrassed. Thinking back on that, I feel very saddened by it because I know that my mom poured her heart and soul into that, but to also hear these comments from my classmates was a lot of mixed emotions. You guys, I was talking to myself for the last 15 minutes. My phone ran out of storage, so that's why there's more vegetables than the previous scene. Okay, so I have my celery, carrots, and green peppers chopped up because I like mine spicy. Now I'm going to chop up some potatoes. Excuse me, honey, move down there. Were you always proud of your heritage, or was there a time that you rejected it? I'm gonna be honest, I was not always proud of my Korean heritage. I moved to the suburbs. In this new school, I was like one of 4 Asians, so I felt very alienated, and I wanted nothing more than to be white with blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah, I wanted nothing more than to fit in. Who would have thought that here we are now, globally, K-pop is poppin', and I feel like more people are learning how to speak the language, more people are visiting the country. Here we go, here we go. Okay, question number 5. What are some stereotypes that you struggle with? I don't know why this is stuck. Also, I don't know why my face is so itchy. I think it's the dry skin with the winter. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just moving on. We're moving right along. Hands are so helpful. I can't imagine. Now I'm gonna bring over the chicken and we're gonna begin seasoning. I'm gonna put in the vegetables. I don't really measure anything. I know you're really supposed to, but Korean cooking is honestly so forgiving. To this, I'm gonna add like a 1/4 cup, I guess. So like that. And then I'm gonna add gochugaru. I like mine spicy, so I'm gonna add a lot. Okay, gochugaru. I'm gonna add minced garlic. Spoon and a half. Let's cover this because it smells so pungent. Then gochujang. I'm gonna add in like a big dollop. Actually, I think we can finish this. I'm gonna put in hot water so that it can melt a little bit. What was the question? Oh, okay, anyways, so that day we were taking the implicit bias training, right? And so I was feeling really good, very positive. I love that we're talking about this because it's not talked about enough, because it's an awkward conversation topic. And then that day I go into one of the schools and my little kiddo is sick. So I take it to the nurse, and I'm not there a lot because I travel all over the place, right? So she didn't recognize who I was. I do look young, so I will give her that. And she asks for my name. And up until that point, you know, she was just following the policy procedures, so it was fine. But I was like, oh no, here we go. So I tell her my name is Heather. She stops and stares at me, and she's like,
oh, that's your first name?
and I say, yes. And she's like, oh, that's your real name? You don't have a Korean name? Because if she says, oh, like that's really interesting, do you have a Korean name? That would be different. But she said it in a kind of way that she was so confused. Like, how could I possibly have an English name? So I said, I mean, I do have a Korean name, but does that matter? And she's like, oh, you know what? Like, it's because, oh wait, I should not eat that. Okay, raw chicken. She's like, oh, you know, it's because there's another Korean teacher by the name of whatever. You know her. In hindsight, I should have asked, oh, do you know Jane Doe? Do you know Shannon Smith? It was very uncomfortable. Oh, I forgot sugar. Sugar. Okay, like about that much. So that is your marinated chicken. Okay, now that everything's mixed, I'm gonna bring this over to a pot and then we just honestly boil it for like an hour, and that's it, over like medium high heat. So I'm gonna go and do that. Look at this beauty. Just let it sit here, stirring every once in a while. This recipe calls for green onions. While I do this, I'm going to continue, but just to wrap this up, because I feel like I've been ranting for so long, it's very frustrating that Koreans or any other minority feels like they have to change their name to an American sounding name just so that other people can pronounce it, when that's not how it should be. That's your name, and we should be the ones who try, at least make an effort to learn your name, because names are closely associated with our identities. So to strip that part of you just so you can fit in with our society, it just makes no sense to me. So question number 6, can you speak your language? I do want to learn more, but yes, I can speak the language. 안녕, 내 이름은 해라고. 지금 팔을 자르고 있어. 근데 지금 이 조그만한 손 가지고 하니까 되게 어렵다. 이거 만들게 되면은 꼭 알려주고 어떤 맛이 났었는지 알려주세요. 궁금해요. Question number 7, how has being an Asian American affected my relationship with my parents? I mean, I don't think my answer is going to be very different from other Asian Americans. We all experience the language barrier, and not only that, but the generational gap on top of it. So I know that everything that they did was for my benefit. We've definitely come a very long way. Question number 8, how do you feel about your heritage now, and do you identify with it? I definitely identify as being Korean American, and that's the part, Korean American. I'm not fully Korean, I'm not fully American. When I go to Korea, I'm not Korean enough, and here I'm not American enough. So in that sense, with one foot in each world, I identify and accept that I am a Korean American. There are no hard feelings about it. I enjoy the fact that I am bilingual. It just opens up my horizons, and it's given me so many opportunities that I otherwise wouldn't have. So yes, I identify with it. And question number 9, what is your favorite thing about being Asian American / your heritage? I feel connected to my culture, in the sense that generations before me had to fight certain battles and overcome obstacles that are different than mine, but at the end of the day, that we are all connected and intertwined as Koreans. And I think there's something really beautiful and poignant about that. So I love that I can stay connected through food, through music, through the language, and the media. I love seeing it, because growing up I didn't see a lot of Asian American representation. Being able to see our existence and how we show up in this world differently, and how it's constantly evolving. I think that's really exciting, humbling, and inspiring to see and to be a part of as well. Okay, so this is how it's looking so far. I just added the green onions, and if you can see, there's a lot of water that kind of came up, which is why you don't want to add extra water to this dish. It just comes out naturally from the vegetables and I guess the chicken itself. But it's coming along great. It smells good. Every once in a while, you just want to give it a stir and to just keep the lid covered as it cooks. And this is the final product. I'm very hungry right now, so I'm gonna dig in. You can crack black pepper on. Oh my gosh, really spicy. I love it. That's what I wanted. Really flavorful. It's actually way more spicy than how my mom makes it. It's really good. It's just honestly the perfect combination with the rice, the flavorness of the chicken, the flavor of the chicken, the creaminess of the potato, and the soft carrot, which adds also another layer of sweetness to the dish. So this is so delicious. If you do end up trying it, please let me know what you think of it. And I wish you very, very happy holidays. I wish you happiness and joy, and I will see you guys in the new year. I'll see you. Bye.